This is the procedure for the Hydrate Lab. We're going to start with a blue solid known as a hydrate. Here's its formula, CuSO4.xH2O. The dot in the formula means that water is incorporated into the solid crystal. So we're going to heat it up and heat it over a Bunsen burner, and when we do, the mass is going to decrease. What's going to be left behind is a white anhydrous salt, anhydrous meaning the water is now gone, with the formula CuSO4, and the water will become water vapor, and that will float away into the atmosphere. So the way we're going to do this is start by getting the mass of a empty evaporating dish on the flat top scales to 2 decimal places. The evaporating dish, it's a little white dish, a couple of inches in diameter. Then what you're going to do is hit the tare button, T-A-R-E, and what that does is it brings the scale back to 0 even though the dish is still on it. So then you can just start adding small amounts of hydrate until you get to about 2 grams, and it'll give you the mass of the hydrate by itself. Don't spend a lot of time trying to get exactly 2.00 grams. You can have a little less, 1.9 something, or a little more, 2.0 something. It really doesn't matter as long as you write down the mass that you use to 2 decimal places. So at that point you're good to go. You can heat the dish with the blue hydrate over the Bunsen burner, and you'll see the outer edges will start to turn white, and slowly the white will move inwards, and the blue that was in the center will slowly disappear. When you don't see any more blue, you can pretty much assume that the water is gone, even though there may be some hidden water sort of in the center of some of the crystals. But as long as visually you don't see any blue, you can assume you're done. And it'll actually look kind of grayish at that point. So last thing you want to do is let the dish cool for a little while, and once it's cool you go back over to the flat top scales and you tare it to make it say 0, and then you get the mass of the dish with the white anhydrous CuSO4 in it. And you have everything you need to do the lab. You're basically going to subtract off the mass of the dish from this third measurement, and that'll give you the mass of the CuSO4 alone without the water. And then of course you have the mass of the hydrate at the beginning, so if you subtract those 2 numbers you're going to figure out the mass of the water, which is the key thing you need to do the calculations. The calculations are very similar to what you'll have been doing on the homework, so you'll have all the data you need. And the last thing I should mention is don't forget to write down your observations, what the hydrate looks like before heating, how it changes, color change during heating, and then what it looks like after. So that's everything you need. Good luck, and we'll see you in the lab.